up, guys? Gonna make a little video about networking. Now I might be lisping throughout the video because I have this button in my lip. It's fucking annoying. Anyways, so I'm wearing a shirt now because I just came from a network event and I was thinking like, hey, this is getting kind of good, okay? And I've tried this stuff before, this whole networking thing, and you know, it never worked out. And I'll explain what I mean by workout. But so let me just like rant on a bit about, you know, how it was in the past. So I'm in New York, right? You guys would think like, oh, you're in New York. It's one of the greatest places to network. There's all kinds of things always going on. There's all kinds of events to go to and stuff. And it's kind of true. Okay, meetup.com, if you're in New York, there's always these events going. There's all kinds of people forming, but it's a fucking drag, okay? Most people are meeting up in the city. So what it means for me is I have to drive to the city. So it's already like a 30-40 minute drive. I have to look for parking, okay? Which is almost impossible in New York. And even if you do get a parking in like one of those paying places, it's $20 an hour. Okay, so that's an insane amount of money. $20 to keep a vehicle in a position still for a while. I don't understand it, right? So that's $20 an hour to park. And then once I get out there, and if there's a lot of people attending, it's ridiculous. You know, they put bans on you. You have to stand in lines until you go into the bigger areas. I hate it. Okay, especially for half the year because it's winter and it's cold. You're standing in line, freezing. So it doesn't work with me, right? Let me close this window 1 second. All right. So I probably made it clear already that I don't like to meet other humans. No, I'm just kidding. Basically, it's just not my thing, right? Most of the time, I feel like, you know, most people you're gonna meet is not gonna have much value to you anyway, and you're gonna go through all this kind of bullshit on a weekly basis. Holy fucking shit. Fuck that, right? I'd rather stay at home and, you know, maybe connect with people online, and when I see that there is some potential for us to do something together or even exchange some kind of value, then we can get on Skype and maybe then we can even fly to each other. I don't care. I'll come fly to you if I know that you have. I'll come to another state for you. But I don't want to go every week to, you know, show commitment to a group that is just gonna waste my time and make me go through all this drive. By the way, I hate driving more than I mean, I don't know. It sounds weird because I'm a car fan, but I hate driving. Since I came to America and got a car here, it's just sucked out the passion of driving out of me, right? The whole traffic and following every single rule, getting tickets, it's just made the whole thing like a torture compared to how it used to be in my country, where you just do it for what it is. You know, it's a vehicle, you press something, it goes, you feel the pull, wind comes in, there's music. None of that shit anymore, right? So anyways, I don't know where I'm going with. Okay, so recently I've been going to, this is my third time, to these small groups that only meet once a week. All right, now this is a lot different. Okay, these are things that are, you know, also pretty common. BNI, meetup.com, business exchange, they all do the same things. The common denominator is like they have a small group, or they have a group where they only accept people of the same kind. I mean, not the same kind, like only accept different variation. Basically, I'm an online marketer, so if I join the group, they're not gonna allow any more online marketers. So there's contractors, insurance agents, real estate, all this other stuff for all walks of life, but only one of each kind. And the point is basically that if I go there and I'm meeting every week, if I know somebody who needs a ride, hey, I know somebody who has a limo service. If I know somebody who's looking for insurance, hey, I know here from the group. You cross sell each other to your friends or lifestyle, right? Just recommend here and there, which is awesome, which is a pretty good way to do it. There's no pressure, there's no nothing, and the commitment is pretty small. It's at least for me, you know, it drives about 8 minutes on the freeway. So one is I don't have to use the GPS with the complicated ways. Means a big thing to me because I can actually listen to YouTube other videos while I'm going there. This is big for me, right? I go nuts if I can't listen to audio tapes while I'm driving completely. I'll crash. But basically, you know, it's a nice smooth drive because the part I live in is not with the city, right? Now, I don't know. I don't want to make this too personal because, you know, with the city and all that. But basically, the commitment is not too far. Now that we're 5 minutes in the video, how about I give you some practical info, how to look at it, right? So normally what people would think when you go to networking events, how they make it sound like, yeah, you gotta network, all these, this is how you get to know people and have more clients and all this stuff. I would say forget all of that shit. Okay, maybe that can come on further on, but first is to just go to this thing and learn the lifestyle of that kind of people. So my group has a plumber, right? When they came to me and asked me what I do, from the beginning I just said, oh, I only work with roofers, because I saw there's nobody roofers. They went around and introduced themselves. There was no roofers. I wanted to lay it off that I'm not here to sell anybody. I don't want a single client from you guys. I don't even want to sell anything, right? I just wanted to know their lifestyle, right? So this plumber then opened up. Now I'm like, talking to him a bit, and I just learned, for example, this morning, that he told me about his friends and roofers, where that every time, a lot of these houses, they have insurance, right? So they pay every month, no matter what, households, that if there's a hail storm or some kind of storm that damages their roof, the insurance is going to pay for their roof repair. Holy shit, no, why did nobody ever tell me this? That means that every time a big storm comes, I can get ready to run some serious ads for the next day, targeting words for hail damage, rainstorm roof, all this stuff. People are looking for that. They will pick roofers up much more easily, because the money's not coming out of their pocket. It's coming from a service that they already pay every month. As long as the roofer can show them that they can do the job well, they will probably take it, right? So, boom. Now, I was able to get closer to this guy, probably because, or at least I think so, is because I didn't say like, oh yeah, I'm an online marketer for everything. I can do it for everything. Insurance agent, I can bring in leads. I didn't do all that shit, right? I just said that, hey, I do it only for roofers, and I'm just, here to whatever, be part of a group that does business, and they're, business owners themselves. So that's my main nugget here, right? That's what is really making it work for once. So I would say that if you're somebody who's an introvert, which is a lot of people in our industry, right? Online marketers, we like to be behind the computer a lot of times. Start going to some groups that are very near you. So don't make it a big commitment if it's like, already set, because then you'll quit, right? Very near you, they low pressure, go in there, don't try to sell anything, just sit there and listen and talk to them, and basically try to get as close as you can as that as the niche you serve, right? So I'm roofers, whatever niche you are, that guy's a plumber, so he's closer to the lifestyle of a roofer, right? He might think more like a roofing business. Probably, there's many differences, but you want to get as close as possible, right? Then you're gonna find out things about what problems he has, what are his challenges about getting leads, where has he tried. There's probably a lot of stuff that we online marketers don't know, right? I mean, we know the common ones, the Yellow Pages, all these books. How about the other stuff like that they like to get print? Did you know that all these contractors pay restaurants to put their name up in the piece of paper that you put on a table when people get ready to eat? What is that called? Not a napkin. That thing. There's lots of ads. They pay monthly $200-300 for that shit. Did you know that? Boom, I just found that out too, right? So these are things I'm finding out where people pay money a lot for, which I didn't know much before. I mean, my business partner told me here and there a little bit about cars and trucks and billboards, but it helps, right? So that's pretty much all I have to say. You don't have to be a big social guy. I'm not a social guy whatsoever, right? I'm like the biggest introvert. Well, I wouldn't say that. I don't know what I am. I'm the biggest zigzag introvert extrovert ever. That's really what it is, right? I'm an introvert now, pretty much so. High school, I was an extrovert, going out, nightlife, things like that. Middle school, I was super extrovert, right? Because that's when I was actually starting to, find friends and stuff. And I would actually leave my house for months. And I don't know how my mom didn't care that time. She doesn't even let my brothers sleep over in the weekends now. But I used to go for all like months, like April, like whole months during week, like school days, right? I'd just go, I'd like not come back. And she would, my mom would not even care. Anyways, that was that. But in elementary, I was super introvert because I didn't even know English. I would just went to school. I was still learning, this whole thing as consciousness. I probably was a slow developer developer in the social skills. Anyway, what the hell? What am I doing? Why am I telling my whole life skill? Basically, I'm saying that you don't have to be a super, outgoing person or speak. You can be quiet and whatever, and you go to these, and these people are usually pretty nice. They're older people who are just, having their breakfast, talking to each other. They'll comfort you. They'll comfort us, younger people, I guess, or whatever, age you are. It doesn't even matter. Just go to them, sit down, and you'll begin to learn insight into their lifestyle, right? How do they think? What do they care about? All we know that they're a roofer, they do roofs, right? Now we can kind of know what are they pissed off about? Why are they frustrated? What kind of insurance are they dealing with? What kind of homeowners? How do the homeowners think? Which products in the roofing sells easier than others? All this inside stuff, the best way is to actually, for me to be a roofer, right? Now that's not gonna work out because I'm not gonna do roofing, so this is the next best thing, right? That's what it comes down to. So I urge you guys to do the same. Find some, anything nearby and attending it to it, with some kind of commitment once a month, once a week, and you'll see that you'll learn some things as long as you take it for what it is and not try to sell them right off the bat. Peace.